Hello pen testers, this is Puneet from Rapid Safeguard back again with another video. And in this video, we are going to talk about cross-site request forgery or CSRF vulnerability. Before we start our video, I would like to introduce our platform called Vuln Machines. This platform is for people who are willing to learn about real-time pen testing and CVE exploits. So check out this platform and share your feedback. First of all, what is CSRF? CSRF stands for cross-site request forgery, and CSRF is type of attack that utilize the user's credential for entering the website and access the user's data. It is usually executed by unknown link or page advertisement asking user to click on particular link or particular button and deliver the malware. After delivering the malware, attacker can perform the activity like change password, account takeover, remote code execution, and many more attacks. So CSRF is based on the how the attacker is using is social engineering tricks or social engineering methodology. Now let's understand the CSRF with an example. Now let's understand the CSRF with an example. As you can see, I am visiting a web application called vnmlab.com and I want to change my password. So I click on the change password link and I set my password 1234 and submit. Now attacker is also visiting a vnmlab.com and he forged his request something like this. So attacker has embedded this request in HTML form. As you can see in the presentation, attacker has embedded the link via a tag and sent me via email or any social engineering trick. Somehow I click on that particular link that given by the attacker, and if I am logging in the vnmlab.com, then application the vnmlab.com application, if I am logging in a vnmlab.com application, then my password will be hacked123 as said by the attacker. So just giving a overview, first of all, I am visiting a web application called vnmlab.com and I want to change my password. So first of all, victim has set his password 1234. Now attacker is also visiting vnmlab.com with a different machine and he forged his request for the request like the change password request, and he set his password or parameter new hack123 and confirmation password hack123. So he set this password and embedded in particular HTML form. Somehow he sent or uses social engineering tricks to send a victim, and somehow victim click on that particular link and submit this request. So attacker has set his password 123 that and just giving overview over here what happened in the CSRF attack. So first of all, victim visit a vnmlab.com and he wants to change his password. So he click on the change password link and his victim has set his password 1234 and submit. Now he is leaving the application, not log out from that particular application, but leaving the application. Now attacker has forged attacker is also visiting a vnmlab.com from the different machine. Now he forged this request like he forged the change password request and set his password like hack123. So somehow he embedded this link in a HTML form and sent to victim with using the social engineering tricks. Somehow victim click on that particular link or particular button, then his password, the victim password will be update hack123 that's set by the attacker. So the main point over here is the application or victim has to be logged in that particular link. Now let's understand how the CSRF token works. So first of all, client access the application using HTTP GET method. Second, generate a CSRF token and store in the HTTP session value. The generated CSRF token links with the client using a hidden field of HTML form. Third step, client send a request to the application server by clicking a button on HTML form. Since the CSRF token is embedded in field of HTML form and the CSRF token value is sent as a request parameter. Fourth step, check the CSRF token value in the post method. If token is not valid, then it will give the error. Otherwise, it will be perform the action. So attacker or client access the web application server using HTTP GET method. And sixth step, it does not check the CSRF token value when it is accessed using the HTTP GET method. So just give you a quick recap. So first of all, access the application. Second, generate a CSRF token and store in the session value. Third step, CSRF token is sent as a request parameter. Fourth step is most important step where here they check the CSRF token value if it is valid or not. If it is not valid, then CSRF attack will not work. Otherwise, the fifth step will perform, client or attacker can access the application. And sixth step, CSRF is not validate, then it will perform the activity. Now let's understand what are the difference between XSS and CSRF. So XSS accept the malicious code, and in XSS, a hacker or attacker inject a malicious client-side script in the website, and this script added a cause of some form of the vulnerability to the victim. Now in CSRF, malicious code is located on third party, and attacker is designed to such a way that a user send a malicious request to the target website without having a knowledge of that attack. So here the main difference between XSS and CSRF is the XSS execute a malicious script in your browser, while CSRF send a malicious request on your behalf. So this is the main difference between XSS and CSRF. Now let's understand what are the prevention mechanism for the CSRF. So as you can see over here, validation CSRF token, cookie validation, a request origin, double check of cookies, so and so forth. So these are the prevention method of CSRF. Now let's go to the practical lab, so you will get the better understanding what I was talking about the CSRF and how to change a password and what are the mechanism I was talking about. So you will get the better understanding. For the lab access, visit worldmachines.com and log in over here. So I'm giving my username and password. Go to missions. So as you can see, I have created a CV labs, and the latest CV is related to 2020 and 2018, 2019 CVs for the free of cost. Some of the CV labs are free of cost, like a HTTP request smuggling lab. This is free of cost, and I have created a video as well. So for the different lab, CV 2020 17530, this is the latest CV I have created. The POC is on my YouTube channel, POC CV POC playlist you can check. Apart from that, you can check in the web security lab, where I have created a different task or different labs for the web security, for SSTI, insecure deserialization, and lot of more tasks I am creating right now. And let's say click on the CSRF, click on the lab access, just closing this platform. And as you can see, this CSRF lab, this is the simple CSRF lab, and for the learning perspective, I have created this lab. So I will explain you with the step by step and explain you what is the CSRF lab I was talking about in the presentation. So let's say click on the sign up page, and over here I am create a account as a victim. So victim I am creating, let's say victim, and giving the random password, username and password, let's say victim at gmail.com. Oh, sorry. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Mail, contact number, giving a random contact number, and let's say 24, and click on this submit. So as you can see, victim, your registration is successful. Now let's say click on the login, and let's say what happened in the profile page. So simple profile information over here, whatever I have insert the data in the registration time. As you can see, the first name, last name, email address, and so on and so forth. As you can see, the change password functionality over here. This is the simple profile of victim profile. Now let's create a attacker's profile. So I'm creating the attacker, and let's say giving the password. Same way, attacker registration is successful. Now let's say login. Attacker at gmail.com, and they got, giving the username and password. So this is the attacker's profile. Now victim is going to change his password. So he's set the new password, like let me show you over here. So text, let's say I'm setting his password like 1 2 3 4 5 6, and 1 2 3 4 5 6, and click on the reset. So as you can see, password update successfully. Now let's say log out, and let's say check the password is successfully or not, and let's say log in with the victim and giving the password. Let me show you. Type password, text, and 1 2 3 4 5 6. So okay, don't want to change anything. So as you can see, the victim password, new password is 1 2 3 4 5 6. Let's say same way, attackers wants to change his password, and he also set his password like hack or hack 1 2 3. Let me show you. Text, hack 1 2 3. Now hack 1 2 3. So attackers wants to force this request. So for the change password request, let's say on, and click on the reset password. Don't forget. Okay. So let's click on the repeater and generate this CSRF. Engage tools, generate a CSRF, copies the HTML file and paste it over here. So I have pasted over here and just giving the h1 tag. Attacker has changed, attacker change password reset link, attacker forge change password reset link and send to victim. So as you can see, the hacked 123 password is this, hacked 123. Let's say just first of all uh, stop this interception off. As of now, let me tell you the scenario. Change first step, change password, change victim password, second attacker login VNM lab and forge password link. Now attacker sending his password link, sending csrf.html. So attacker sending this password link to victim using social engineering tricks. Using social engineering tricks. So somehow victim click on the link and perform the activity. So let's say he sent something like through email or something, and let's say he opened this link. Okay, just this is just for the example, so I have created this link and put this h1 tag, so you will get the better understanding. So attacker for this request and set his password like hack123, as you can see in source code. Okay, as you can see in his source code. So hacked 123, and if main point of CSRF, if victim is logged in the application, then his password will update with hack 123. So let's say submit, and as you can see the password update successfully. And let's see who's login in this application. User profile and victim. So now let's log out and check with 1 2 3 4 5 6 whether it is valid or not. Let's say login victim@gmail.com, and I'm showing you over here the password link. So type text. First of all, giving the 1 2 3 4 5 6 and try to log in, but login is fail because if attacker has changed his password 123, hacked 123. Now let's try to log in. Victim and hack 123 and let's say login. Again, let me show you the password. Victim hack 123 set by the attacker and hack 123 set by the attacker and let's say login. So this is the all about the CSRF where the attacker forges a password reset link and somehow he tricked the victim to click on particular link or button and he changes password. So this is how the CSRF works. So this is the main thing, that if victim is logged in the application, then his password will be updated, and if victim is not logged in, then the CSRF attack will not work. So let's say for the prevention, developer can set CSRF token, just not to set the CSRF token, plus he has to validate as well. Validate, check with the cross origin or check with origin and so on and so forth. So this is how the CSRF works, and this is the all about the vulnerability, the CSRF vulnerability, and I hope you like this video. Now, requirement for the CSRF attack. Having the website affected by the CSRF vulnerability is not enough to make the attack successful. The user must also have an active session on that website. In fact, the CSRF vulnerability relies on authenticated session management. Typically, session management in the web application is based on the cookies. With each request to the web server, the browser sends a related cookie that identifies the current user session. This usually happens even if the request is originated from the different website, and this is the issue exploited by the attacker. So for the CSRF attack, most important thing is the user must have an active session on that website. Lab is available on worldmachines.com, and I am also creating a different labs related to web security and mobile security. This is the simple example of CSRF, whatever I have demonstrated. I have also created a video of CSRF to RC in WordPress code snippet plugin CVE. I will drop a link in description box and on I button, so check out this video as well. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you like this video. If you like, then subscribe our channel and share with your InfoSec friends. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Lastly, Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching.